All right.
Welcome back to As It Should Be. Paul Bertolino here with Crystal Durant.
Hey.
With Tommy Von Voigt.
Hey.
In the world famous As It Should Be studios.
Hi.
Yeah. And it's 1965.
Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe we should. What are we going to do? I guess we're going to talk about the albums of 1965.
I think we should talk
Isn't that what we've been
Is
doing?
that what we're doing today?
The albums, not the singles.
Not the singles.
Oh.
Right.
Fancy
If you want
that.
to know, I don't know why I'm asking Crystal. She never gets it right, so. Oh, but actually, you're about to get it right because
What?
Crystal.
I'm first?
She starts.
Oh, shit.
Crystal's list is first, so.
Oh my god, I was totally unprepared.
all right.
Oh yeah. Okay, and also, this is the year of my birth.
Yay!
1965.
Hey,
So,
and here's a photo of Crystal in 1965.
ding, yes. So yeah, love it. All right, 1965. I have a lot of runners-up, so I'm going to read them quickly, okay?
Okay.
Everybody ready? Tommy, say yes.
I need some more time.
God damn it. All right. Odetta Sings Dylan by Odetta. The Zombies. Leader of the Pack by the Shangri-Las. Highway 61 Revisited by Bob Dylan. The Big Bad Rock Guitar of Glenn Campbell. That's a really good record. Let's see. Fiddler on the Roof, original soundtrack. If I Ruled the World, Songs for the Jet Set by Tony Bennett. Maiden Voyage by Herbie Hancock. My Name is Barbara by Barbara Streisand, not Barbara.
Not Barbara.
Not Barbara. New Thing at Newport, John Coltrane and Archie Shepp, which is really great. And This Was the Year That Was by Tom Lehrer, another comedy album that's really good. Tom Lehrer
Continue.
is awesome. So, that's my runners-up. Now here's my list.
Oh, that's your runners-up?
That was my runners-up. I read them quickly.
That wasn't actually that many.
Yeah. All right, here's my list.
Well, you said a lot, and I expected more.
Yeah.
I expected more from you.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm always disappointed.
Jiving, twisting.
Okay, here's my list. My top 10 albums, not singles, of 1965. Coming in at number 10, one of Tommy's favorites, Whipped Cream and Other Delights
God damn it.
by Herb Alpert and the
Damn, I
Tijuana
wish I had one to
Brass.
put back here.
You know what? Let me just cut in there and say something here. So I've been throwing a lot of shade at Herb Alpert. I was watching this thing the other day. It was a documentary on the Wrecking Crew.
Yes.
They give an anecdote about Herb Alpert when he put out, I think it was The Lonely Bowl, maybe it was, and he had to cut. He had no money, so everyone basically cut it for like no money, and then it became a hit. And he went out of his way to go to everyone that played on the session and give them like full scale plus like overtime, basically the money that they would have gotten if he'd had the budget.
Yeah.
And he wasn't obligated to do that.
No,
but
he was
went
not.
out of his way to do that, and I was like,
Herb Alpert
fuck,
is
maybe
a righteous dude.
maybe he's actually a pretty alright dude.
No, he's
So-
a great guy.
He's a
There's
really
a
good
great
guy.
documentary about Herb
Yes.
Alpert that came out just about 3 years
So
ago.
good.
Yeah.
Highly recommended.
I still don't
man.
like his music, but it sounds like this dude might
No,
be
he's an A1 guy.
Yeah,
Herb Alpert.
he is awesome. Coming in at number 9, People Get Ready by The Impressions. Don't listen to that cover by
That's a fuck yeah.
Rod Stewart and Jeff Beck. Just listen to the original, please. Number 8, an all-time classic, A Love Supreme by John Coltrane. I think this is everybody's favorite John Coltrane record, or
Not mine.
definitely the most popular. It is. That's the one record where they make T-shirts. Everything is A Love Supreme. It's also Tommy's favorite. It's not his favorite. He doesn't listen to jazz.
Nope.
Coming in at number 7, The Heliocentric Worlds of Sun Ra, Volume 1 by Sun Ra. Now, I've talked about Sun Ra already. Space is the place. Kooky,
Yes.
psychedelic, lunatic. Listen to it, because it's good. The whole thing. Yes, thank you. Number 6, The In Crowd by the Ramsey Lewis Trio. Na, 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 na. You know that song whether you don't know it or not.
Oh yeah.
So great. Ramsey Lewis, I thought he was always so versatile, that guy. And, you know, decades.
Does he have an album called The Versatile Ramsey Lewis?
I don't think so. Maybe.
Everybody had to have
That
it.
would be
It
really
might be
funny.
out there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Ramsey Lewis now.
Ramsey Lewis today.
Yeah, Ramsey
With
Lewis
an
today.
exclamation mark at the end of it.
And 11 other great.
And 11 other great hits, yeah.
Yeah. 11 other songs you'll like. Coming in at number 5, Papa's Got a Brand New Bag by James Brown. Number 4 is a tie.
Oh!
It's a tie. And that is Rubber Soul and Help by the Beatles.
Okay.
I don't need to explain that,
No,
do
you
I?
don't.
Okay. All right. Number 3. Go into a go-go, everybody. Go into a go-go by Smokey Robinson and the Miracles.
Damn, I have it on the wall up there. I didn't want to climb up there and take it down.
That's okay.
Nice.
You see it over here. You saw it over there. It's
These
good.
guys see it. They get to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
The songs on that record, Ooh Baby Baby, The Tracks of My Tears, and Going to a Go-Go.
The first 4 or 5, almost the whole first side
Boom,
of that album
boom,
is
boom, boom,
holy
boom. What the
fucking
fuck
shit.
is going
Yes,
on?
it is.
But it kind of peters out toward the end, but the front end of that
Is really great.
Is
The front end of it
devastating.
kind of excuses the back
rest
end
of
of
it,
it.
yeah.
honestly.
Well, the back end of it isn't even bad. It just
It's just-
isn't
It's
on the
not
level.
as
not as
hot
strong,
yeah,
but
it's
yeah.
not as strong. But just listen. Just listen to Ooh Baby Baby. Just listen to that over and over on a great system or with your earbuds or whatever. Just listen to that 5 times in a row, and tell me that you're not moved, and then you're not human.
If that was their only song, they would deserve the place.
That's
they had.
it.
Yes, they would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So fucking great. Number 2, here are the Sonics by the Sonics. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. Brrrr, baby. Na, 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 na. It's got the Barry sax that I love. It is punk rock to me. Early punk rock. And every song is a banger. And that guy's voice is great. They're just so fucking great, the Sonics. I saw them when they reunited and went on tour years ago. And it was like you just closed your eyes and it sounded like the record. They were so...
Yeah. Those guys... basically, those guys and Little Richard.
Yes.
Nobody rocks harder than those two.
them. Wouldn't it have been awesome if they played together?
Oh, shit.
God, that venue would have just caught on fire. Yeah. And my number 1 favorite album, not singles, 1965, the year of my birth, is My Generation by The Who. Yes. Thank you.
Oh, well, I'm not going to. It's on the wall. I don't want to take it down.
Yeah, you
That.
can see it.
You can see it. Yep.
Yeah,
It's
you
the
can
frame.
see it.
Yep.
Because people who know me know that The Who is my all-time favorite rock band. I don't care what you say. They are the best. And, maybe next to the Beatles, but forget about the Rolling Stones. They wiped it. Just watch Rock and Roll Circus.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
They wiped the floor with
Everybody.
I don't care who you are. John Lennon, Mick Jagger, Eric Clapton. I don't care.
Everybody.
They killed it.
Yeah.
Destroyed in that movie. Have you
Actually,
seen
just
that?
watch The Kids Are All Right because it has The Who's performance from that, and then it's an entire rest of the movie of them just
trying to be the monkeys or something, running around with the weird vignettes and all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess let's see what we have for ads here.
It's going to be more smoking.
I understand we have some
I'm sure.
stuff.
More smoking?
it's so much
I don't know.
smoking.
I don't know about
When
that.
do they stop doing that?
Smoking?
When
Commercials?
the commercials, smoking
Not for a
commercials.
long
No,
time.
that they were smoking into the 70s on
70s, yeah,
commercials.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
But let's see.
Hi, I'm Donna Lauren. See this dress? I made it. Scout's honor. It's a Simplicity Jiffy pattern. Great for school. Sewing's my hobby. It's fun. You're all thumbs? I was too. But Jiffies are the easiest patterns around. This dress I'm wearing has only 3 main pattern pieces. Try it. Before you know it, you'll go on to this Jiffy. This Jiffy. This Jiffy. And this Jiffy. They're all in the Simplicity catalog at the pattern counter. Besides Jiffy's, it has hundreds of other patterns. Something for everyone. Come on, give it a go-go. If I can sew, you can sew.
Well, all right, we're back.
Yes,
And
we are.
well, it's time for my list. And
Do you have anything to say about 1965, Paul?
no, I don't really have much.
No.
Not much. Well, actually, let's see. Let me see. I think I may. Oh, well, I do have some honorable mentions here. I have some honorable mentions. I have 12 honorable mentions.
Oh, so
right.
nothing at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Jerry and the Pacemakers with Ferry Across the Mercy. It's down there somewhere. Barbara Lewis, Baby I'm Yours.
Ooh.
Love and Spoonful. Do You Believe in Magic? Dusty Springfield with No, I'm sorry.
Oops.
That was a mistake. I did some last minute revision on my notes, and you'll find out why that's a mistake. Smokey Robinson, The Miracles, Going to a Go-Go.
Yeah.
Horace Silver, A Song from My Father.
Oh, yeah.
Dexter Gordon, One Flight Up. Nina Simone, Pastel Blues. The Byrds, Turn, Turn, Turn. The Impressions, People Get Ready. And the Rolling Stones with Out of Our Heads and December's Children.
Oh, yeah.
Almost got the Stones on the main list, but in the end...
They got squeezed out.
The thing about those albums, there's some just absolute, just crucial material on them, and just so much stuff that is just not crucial, to say the least.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's back to what we're talking about with the Beach Boys in the last episode. If you took those two 65 Stones albums and put the best songs together for one 65 Stones album,
great.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yep.
That would be a fucking record.
Too much filler.
But anyway, so now onto my list, and speaking of having things to say about 65, I have a Paul's preamble.
Oh!
Now, 1965 is a very special year in a very specific way.
Because I was born.
Yes.
But in addition to that,
I was going to say end of preamble. That's it. That was it. No. Because this one particular year, my list is riddled with ties out of necessity. For the same, always, just like with my singles list, with my albums list, there will only be ties when there are two releases by the same artist that I can't, they're just like this. And the one year out of all these years where this is just bam, 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 it's like half of my list is ties.
Wow.
But we're talking, even in 67, I have like one tie. But just this year, and I didn't just do it like, oh, well, this band has two albums for that year, so it's a tie. These are literally just like, I don't know which one of these to put on the fucking list.
wow.
You know?
All right.
And so, so this is kind of a special thing that's not going to be repeated in
Let's
this
get
way.
this,
So I should just wear it. Yeah, there you go.
You want to drape it over you, or I'll just hold it up over here?
So it's just, I'm not under the ties just yet. But,
Okay. Then you get
but there
no
are a lot
tie.
of them coming. So,
No tie.
onto my list, hide the tie.
What's a tie?
Number 10, Dusty Springfield with Ooh Wee. Yeah, see, she was originally in my honorable mentions list, and I forgot to erase her, but she actually ended up getting bumped up to the actual list. This is actually Dusty's third album, and in my opinion, it's her strongest album to date. It doesn't really have any of her major singles on it, but it's just a really great, just strong album all the way through. Dusty Springfield albums are kind of like the way I was talking about Leslie Gore albums, where she doesn't do a bunch of, like Route 66 and crap like that. Like, it's mostly songs that are for that album,
Yeah.
But, there is You Don't Owe Me, and, well, Leslie Gore is the one you want to hear if you're going to hear that song. So, number 9, The Byrds with Mr. Tambourine Man. Case in point, Turn, Turn, Turn was on my honorable mentions list, but I don't consider that on par with Mr. Tambourine Man, so I put it in honorable mentions. Only Tambourine Man is on the list. But, yes, this is the first Byrds album produced by Terry Melcher, Doris Day's son, and who was producing the Paul Revere and the Raiders albums at the time. But man, I mean, my Mr. Tambourine Man, Feel a Whole Lot Better, You Won't Have to Cry, Here Without You, I Knew I'd Want You, It's No Use. My least favorite on the album is Don't Doubt Yourself, Babe, written by Jackie DeShannon.
Ooh.
I don't dislike that song. There are certain, I'm choosing least favorite songs on these albums, even if I don't dislike the song. There's no bad track on this record, but if I had to choose one, that's least on the album for me.
Okay.
All right.
But anyway. Number 8.
Still love Jackie DeShannon. It's all right.
But I know you love Jackie DeShannon,
Yeah.
and Jackie DeShannon is great.
Yeah.
But number 8, The Zombies. I'm surprised I didn't get any comments on the last episode, because I accidentally put this in the background for 1964. Whoops.
Eagle Eyes missed it.
Yeah. But, that's the U.S. version of their first album. Their first album in the U.K. was Begin Here, and that's the U.S. version of that. And it came out right on the cusp. It came out in January 65. But I mean, She's Not There, Tell Her No, an amazing cover of Summertime.
Oh, yeah.
Woman, I Don't Want to Know, What More Can I Do? 2 weight tracks, Work and Play, which is unnecessary instrumental filler. And I Got My Mojo Working. And these tracks are kind of head scratchers because the Zombies were absolutely riddled with great tracks that could have been, like, this album could have been 100% A-list original material because they had it. So I don't know who curated this stuff, but whatever. Number 7, The Pretty Things with Get the Picture. Yeah, this is an incredible garage psych album. Like, it's dirtier and more dangerous than the Stones. There's some covers on it, but it has even more original tunes than the Stones were putting out at the time. You Don't Believe Me, Buzz the Jerk, the title track, the crown jewel of the album for me, You'll Never Do It, Baby. A couple of weak tracks, I Had a Dream and Cry to Me, but those are blues covers. And 1965, the Pretty Things Get the Picture. Look that one up. It is a absolutely fucking great record. Number 6, my first tie is a tie.
It's a tie.
Tom Jones.
Yeah.
Tom Jones with It's Not Unusual and What's New Pussycats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, Tom Jones. I love Tom Jones so much, but really for me, it's about those first 3 albums. It's Not Unusual, What's New Pussycat, and Atomic Jones.
Jones.
Yeah, but these 2 albums, I mean, I didn't really like them as a kid. I think I kind of went over that on an episode already, so I'm not going to get my whole history about that. But I really ended up getting into them heavily when I found an It's Not Unusual album at the Salvation Army, which was not tough to do, but I was just in the right frame of mind to actually pick it up this time. And I just took it home and listened to it, and I was like, damn, this is like a really cool record.
Yeah.
It's anybody who hasn't really sat and listened to Tom Jones and they just kind of think of him as like the cheesy guy from Las Vegas or whatever,
get on it.
These are like some great, just like screaming soul albums. These are really Tom Jones albums.
They're fucking fantastic.
Yeah. Anyway, trying to be short with this. I made notes for this and I realized I made too extensive of notes, but Number 5, another tie. The Beach Boys Today and Summer Days and Summer Nights.
Yes.
Yeah. This is really where the Beach Boys start to really get good with these albums. Like, this is where it really starts to go to the next level. Today has half, like, one side is all upbeat tracks and the second side is all the ballads, and the ballad side is kind of, people think of it as kind of like the precursor to Pet Sounds in a way.
Dude.
Yeah.
That B-side, holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, Please Let Me Wonder.
God.
She Knows Me Too Well, Kiss Me Baby.
Jesus, yeah.
But, on the front side you have Help Me Rhonda, Don't Hurt My Little Sister.
Yep.
There's only one. Well, that album for me is bookended by the weaker tracks. Do You Want to Dance? I don't think is that great of a cover of that song. It's not bad, but it's not that great, and it's not a great opener. And of course, it closes with Bull Session with Big Daddy, which is obvious.
They always threw one of those bullshit tracks on there. Yeah. Nonsense.
But Summer Days and Summer Nights, has the single version of Help Me Rhonda, but The Girl from New York City and Girl Don't Tell Me, California Girls, Let 'Em Run Wild. And I'm Bugged at My Old Man, which is the bum track on that album.
Yeah.
Okay, so number 4, it's a tie.
Yay!
Kinda Kinks and the Kink Controversy. And now Kinda Kinks was recorded and released within 2 weeks of them returning from a tour.
Good grief.
So like the entire album is like this total rush job. King Controversy is definitely a next level album. Their version of Where Have All the Good Times Gone, which isn't even 100th as good as the Van Halen version. I'm sorry, but
I love the Van Halen version.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
it's so
yeah.
good.
I love the Kinks. I even love them more than Van Halen. But Where Have All the Good Times Gone? Take a Hike, Kinks. That is Van Halen's song.
Yes.
Yeah. So number 3, it's a tie. Bob Dylan with probably the ultimate example of a tie. This may be the ultimate example of a perfect tie. Bringing It All Back Home and Highway 61 Revisited. I mean, those 2 albums are so like this. They could have been a double album.
Yeah.
And really, and if that had been a double album, that would probably be my favorite double album in history. That would be, well, maybe not the White Album, but it would be better, in my opinion, than Exile on Main Street, any number of double albums. I mean, that would be an absolute killer. But this is, of course, where Dylan breaks away from the acoustic thing and goes electric. I mean, he kind of goes electric over the course of Bringing It All Back Home, because he has one acoustic side and one electric side. And this album came out a couple of months before the Newport show, where everybody freaked out.
Scandal.
And it's like, well, where have you guys been? His new album's out, and he's playing electric on half that shit.
Yeah.
Have you guys not heard the new Dylan album yet?
Yeah, but we didn't think he'd do it live. Oh my god.
Okay, so number 2, it's not a tie.
What?
Yeah, because this great band only put out one album that year. The Who with My Generation.
Yes.
Yeah, the Who's debut album. Now, I prefer the U.S. track listing and cover over the UK one.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what... So I'm kind of cheating a little bit because the UK one came out in December 65. The US one actually came out in early 66. But this is the way I'm doing it. Mostly Townsend songs, but there's a couple of James Brown covers on that album. It has My Generation and The Kids Are All Right and 11 other great songs. Yeah, all right. So number one. Anyone care to guess which number one? It's a tie.
The Beatles.
With?
What I said earlier.
Yes, Rubber Soul and Help.
So wait, it's a tie?
It's a tie.
Rubber Soul and Help.
Yeah, Rubber Soul and Help. It's Rubber Soul and Help. And what the hell am I supposed to say about these records? It's Rubber Soul and Help. Yeah, I have those at number one. Yeah.
I think that's probably all you need to say.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I mean, but Help. Side one of Help is insane. Help, the night before, you've got to hide your love away, I need you, another girl, you're going to lose that girl and Ticket to Ride. That's side one of that album. That's
insane.
What more do you need? Well, Rubber Soul, of course, but I'm not going to go over that one. That's that.
Okay.
Ding, 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 ding.
Ding,
That's
ding,
good.
ding, ding, ding.
Good list.
So there you go. I've babbled enough about 1965.
Should we go to a commercial?
Maybe, after I have a taste of tasty root beer.
Over here.
In other news, we're sponsored by root beer now.
Stewart's root beer, I think.
You get a quick tan with QT, a double tan, you see.
It tans you anytime.
Rain or shine when you use QT.
Yes, QT Fabulous Quick Tanning Lotion by Coppertone gives you a double tan. Used as directed, QT tans you indoors without the sun. Tans parts of the body the sun can't reach. Gives you a gorgeous tan in just 3 to 5 hours or overnight. Use QT in the sun. Your tan becomes deeper, richer. Gives best sunburn protection, too. Money back from QT if the tan you get with QT in one day doesn't surpass the tan it would take you almost a week to get with any ordinary suntan product.
You get a quicker tan, a double tan when you use QT.
Guaranteed by Coppertone.
It's Tracy!
She has a new sister, Cricket.
Cricket! Ooh, her hair grows too! Tracy! Cricket! What a pair! Set and style their beautiful hair. They have hair that grows, legs that pose, and new, low-price budget clothes.
You can create lovely young hairdos for Cricket with Tressy's Hair Glamour Pack.
It's fun to play with Tracy and Cricket.
Dress up sisters with dress-up hair.
Look at all these outfits.
Now you can have a different outfit to go with each hairdo for Tressy and Cricket. Here's Cricket all dolled up, and her outfit costs less than $1.
Tracy! Cricket! What a pair! Set and style their beautiful hair. They love to pose in their lovely clothes, designed to match their hair that grows.
Get budget clothes for Tressy and Cricket. What a pair! By American Character.
And we're back.
All right.
Yeah.
I think Tommy should probably do a list.
It's Tommy time.
Yeah, I didn't make notes quite to the extent that you did, though. So
Well, that's
Yeah.
okay. You're still welcome.
yeah. Oh, thank you. It's an honor just to be welcome.
But just make sure you say fuck in between every entry.
Because you're the only one.
you're the only
saying
one
that.
who
It's-
curses
it's,
here,
It's only you.
apparently.
Crystal and I never cuss.
I was
never
wondering if we were going to
fucking
bring that up.
I am bringing it
So
up.
we got dinged in the comments about how
You do
apparently
every episode. You're
I
the
have
same guy.
a foul mouth. Does he say that about me every episode?
There's like
Yeah,
7
at
videos where he
least.
says that. It's like, yeah, we got
We
the
got
message.
it. You don't like
Also,
Tommy
Tommy's
Cricket.
not the only one who does it.
Yeah. What the
So-
fuck?
But Tommy's always, you're the only one who gets dinged
Yeah, you
in
get
the,
zeroed
in the
in
comments
on.
about it.
So
I don't
here's
know
the
why.
thing. I don't actually owe anybody an explanation, but I'll give one anyway. So, when you're not that great at public speaking, which is actually
Wait, hold it. Is
Tommy's
this a
Treatise.
Tommy's Treatise?
Tommy's Treatise. Actually, this is a Tommy's fucking treatise.
Oh!
Okay, so in spite of the fact that I've got, what is it, it's 2023 right now, so I've got 25 years of stage experience. And in spite of that, in certain social settings and certain public speaking situations, I do get kind of nervous. It's not like when I'm on stage. If I'm on stage with a mic and I'm fronting a band and everything, there's no
totally
evidence of that at all. But I do, if I'm just like sitting there and talking in a group, or if I'm getting up in front of a couple people and talking, I sometimes will stumble over my words, not really know what to say. The adrenaline starts kicking in. Paul, you've experienced that before. You've made mention of it when you get all worked up talking about a topic and you're just blah 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 blah.
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I do.
So,
I just did.
So sometimes what I'll do is I'll end up having too foul of a mouth. And if I listen back, I'm like, okay, I'm clearly cursing too much, but it's just that's the reason why I'm doing it. Another thing I'll do is vocalized pauses, and I really am trying to get a handle on vocalized pauses, which is when you keep inserting ums, and ums.
Yes,
that's a vocalized pause, and it's because you don't want there to be any dead space
Silence.
while you're monologuing, basically.
Yeah. But what you don't realize until you look back is that it's perfectly okay for that space to be there.
Oh, 100%
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
And then when you look back and you hear yourself doing that like crazy, you're like, no, that's actually the problem.
That's the problem.
You're better off with a dead space. But that's kind of the reason why I will tend to drop as many F-bombs as I do. It's why sometimes on the videos you'll see me getting all nervous and I'm like leaning back and forth like this, picking up the phone, putting it down, talking with my hands. That's all like, nervous tics from basically monologuing, basically just public speaking kind of things. Even though I'm just here with two friends, I still kind of get that sensation. So that's kind of where it comes from. However, and see, I just did a vocalized pause. However, tough shit. I might fucking redouble my efforts now.
Ooh.
I might curse more now.
Spicy.
Just because you have a problem with it. It's no big fucking deal. They're just words.
Also, we're all adults here.
We're
Yeah.
all adults here. These words mean nothing. We just have decided collectively, and I wasn't polled, but we've
No, go
yeah,
ahead.
we've decided collectively somehow that these words are very, very bad. I have no fucking idea why. I wasn't asked for my input.
Why is poo-poo okay, but shit is bad? It means the same thing.
Yeah.
It means the same thing.
So anyway,
You can say fornicate, but you can't say fuck.
yeah, exactly,
What?
exactly. So we've decided
What?
one word is bad and
Somebody
one word
just
is
decided
good.
this at some point.
Yeah. Well, I did not decide.
Well,
so,
and I'll have to say for my own end of this, I cuss a lot, but it tends to be it's out of passion.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah, when I
it's-
get
it's-
really worked up when we're talking
well,
about
it's
some
just like
records,
it means I fucking mean this. That what I mean, it's like that, and that's not the most articulate way to express that, but it's just it's
coming from the heart. It's coming from the
Yeah,
gut. It's coming from
it's-
deep inside.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, when we're talking about that Little Richard record, of course I'm gonna be like, this fucking record, how else am I supposed to explain to you?
Yeah.
This gosh darn
fucking
record. By golly, this record is
Gosh
so
darn and
neat.
by golly does not get the point across
No,
on that
it doesn't.
Little Richard album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
If you want Pat Boone, then listen to Pat Boone.
Then we'll be saying by golly.
I was saying,
by
gee
golly,
whiz,
by
this
golly.
recording.
Gee Willikers.
by golly, this record does nothing for me.
But anyway, on to 1965.
Oh yeah, you had a list.
I do have a list. So I don't want to say I'm struggling. I'm not floundering yet. I'm just not enjoying it as much until we get a little bit further along. I know. I know. I saw the look.
No. You know what? Yeah, I mean,
Well, here's the
even next
reason
year's
why.
better than this
Yeah,
year.
here's the reason why. I mean, there are still some killer records coming out. Clearly, there were killer records came out in the 50s. Killer records came out in the early 60s. But for me, those eras were always singles eras.
Yeah.
That's what I love the most of the 50s and the 60s. When you start getting into the very late 60s and on into the 70s, that to me, for whatever reason, has always been what I associate
That's
as being,
AOR for you.
That's the album era. Yes. And that's where I really start, I'm going to run into problems with actually having too many runners up. I can predict it already. But in this...
Really?
Yeah,
You'll have too many runners-up, you say?
I will. But in
this is gonna be
1965, for every great record that comes out, you get a record that, as I've talked about before, you have one or two killer cuts and the rest of it is just bullshit. Like, why are the McCoys putting Papa's Got a Brand New Bag on their record?
Yeah, oh God,
Who needs that from the McCoys?
Well, again, even the Stones have filler on the records at this point.
Exactly. Well, you alluded to previously in the episode when you're talking about, well, you know, they're not covering Route 66, they're doing good shit.
Yeah.
You know, you're talking about the Dusty Springfield record.
Right, but the Stones quite literally do Route 66
Stones
on one of these albums.
absolutely
Yeah.
So we're not quite to the point where I'm going to be frothing at the mouth about every album on my list, but we're getting
F-bombs will be at a
closer and
minimum.
closer. The what?
The F-bombs will be at a minimum because the passion will be a little lower.
Yeah.
So I do have honorable mentions. All that being said, actually, I've got quite a few honorable mentions. I've got Rubber Soul, the Beatles. Going to a Go-Go, the Miracles.
Yes.
I mean, obviously.
Come on.
The Temptin' Temptations by the Temptations.
Yeah.
Back to Back by the Righteous Brothers. You got to be careful with the Righteous Brothers. They put out a couple records all in that one year, and some of them have some real weak sauce material on them. They really do. You were looking down at something?
Oh, I just had a... Oh, this album needs to be there.
Oh, okay. I thought this had something to do with the Righteous Brothers.
No.
Next up in my honorable mentions, I have Introducing the Beau Brummels by the Beau Brummels. It Ain't Me Babe by the Turtles. People Get Ready by the Impressions.
Yes.
And Leslie Gore Sings All About Love by Leslie Gore.
And 11 other songs.
And 11
then
other
12 other
songs.
songs, yeah.
Sure to make your heart swoon. Now.
Okay.
Now.
I
Hit me. I feel an interjection coming on.
Well, interjection.
I'm just kind of having a moment. Like, you remember when I put the Ronettes at merely number 5?
I do.
Uh-oh.
You put Rubber Soul as a runner-up.
Oh, I knew it.
That's all I'm saying.
I knew it.
Continue.
I was hoping I was going to get away with that.
No. Believe me.
I was hoping I wasn't going to get called out.
There was a little... My body went...
Oh my God. Okay. All right. Fine.
But I'm also... This is really going to be interesting because you're talking about how there isn't really a lot of stuff you're that excited about in this year, and so there isn't really an overwhelming amount of stuff that is just pushing to get on a top 10. And the Beatles' Rubber Soul still makes the honorable mention, so I'm very interested to see what you have.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what you have above it.
What's Tommy going to do?
What's Tommy going to do? What are you going to do,
say?
Tommy? I don't know.
Put it in the comments. What will Tommy do?
Did Samantha Fox have an album out in 65?
Oh, no. This is not a perfect universe.
What?
All right.
So,
well, let us in on the deal, man.
Well, since you asked.
School us, dude.
Tell us about it, stud.
There it is.
Tell us about it, TVV.
There it is.
TVV.
My number 10, Dance Party, Martha and the Vandellas.
Yes.
My number 9, The Temptations sing Smokey by the Temptations.
Oh, that is a good one.
Ooh, yes it is. My number 8, I said I wasn't going to have too many Christmas albums in my lists, but there are going to be some obvious and critical exceptions.
And this one
my
is?
number 8 would be Vince Guaraldi with the Charlie Brown Christmas.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Damn. In fact, I should have put that on my list.
Yeah, I mean, too. Yeah.
I'm actually surprised no one else has mentioned it.
I just completely block out the Christmas albums mostly when I do these lists.
And I get that. There are some I just can't ignore.
If that had come to mind, I probably would have put it on the list.
And you can listen to it year round. It doesn't just have to be
absolutely.
Christmas when you listen to it because it's that fucking good.
Now, my number 7, The Byrds with Mr. Tambourine Man. And I do have to totally agree with Paul. That's so much better than Turn, Turn, Turn.
Yeah.
It is 10 times the album as Turn, Turn, Turn.
I really hate that song, though.
What, Tambourine Man?
Tambourine Man.
Oh, I love it.
It's see, the other Dylan covers on that album are nowhere near... Like, Mr. Tambourine Man is like they caught lightning in a bottle.
They really
with
did.
That.
Yeah, they really
Because
did.
the other Dylan covers are good, but they're just not on that level.
That one is just magic.
Yeah.
And the whole record just kicks ass.
Yeah.
My number 6, the Shangri-Las, Leader of the Pack.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yep.
Yes.
My number 5, the Beatles with Help.
Help above Rubber Soul.
Help above Rubber Soul.
Wow.
I mean, I weighed the two albums, and I just felt like Help is a lot stronger to me.
Side 1, like I mentioned, is pretty like holy
bang,
shit.
Bang,
you know?
bang, bang. Yeah.
Number 4, the Supremes with More Hits by the Supremes.
Shocking.
Mm-hmm.
Shocking.
Again, they just kept getting fed such great material.
Like I said, when you're fucking the boss. To the victor goes the spoil.
That is the moral of the story. I want that to be everyone's takeaway from As It Should Be. If you learn nothing else from us, it's always have sex with your boss.
Sex with your boss.
Always.
That's really the whole reason why we make these videos. We've been hoping to get this point across. I hope you...
Yeah, every series has a moral. Like with G.I. Joe, it's knowing is half the battle.
Yes.
With us, it's always have sex with your boss.
Yes.
That's the moral of the story. Anyway.
Dun, dun, dun.
The more you know.
Oh, bring rainbow.
My number 3. Okay, so my number 3 and my number 2, if I was using the same logic that you were using, these really would be a tie. But I feel that they're both exceptional, but I feel like one of them is more exceptional than the other one. So my number 3 is Four Tops.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. My number 2, Four Tops' second album.
Yeah.
Okay.
I couldn't actually tie them. It wouldn't have been fair to the second album. I feel like the Four Tops' second album...
Stronger.
Yeah.
It just hits me that way.
Right.
And that gets me to my number 1. And you want to talk about records that hit you in a certain way. So... You had listed 2 Beach Boys songs, two Beach Boys albums as a tie. I know I need to look at Crystal's note. Albums, not singles. You had put them in as a tie.
Yes.
For me, one of those 2 albums beats the living bejesus out of the other album.
And I know
without
which one.
without even fucking trying, to the point where the other album didn't even make my honorable mentions.
Wow.
Yes. My number 1... So as I was going through this, and I'm just, I'm re-listening to every album, sometimes listening to some albums for the first time ever to find out if they should make my list. And I'm, revisiting this album that's at my number 1. And I have loved this album for decades. I would drive around and sing this just for hours. And I'm listening to it again, and I get to When I Grow Up to Be a Man, and I'm singing along, and I didn't get to the first chorus before I was in absolute fucking tears.
Yeah.
No one was home. It was just me on the couch. Melissa was out. I think she might have actually been at rehearsal. Or no, she was down in Florida. So I was just home alone, and I'm listening to this record, and I'm sitting there on the couch, and I'm just singing along to When I Grow Up to Be a Man, and I'm just devastated emotionally. And I kept stopping it, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me? And I would go to put it on again and sing along. I couldn't get more than 2 or 3 lines of lyrics before the waterworks just... I don't even know where this was coming from.
The magic of Brian Wilson.
I already knew this record was going to rank very, very, very near to the top, if not at number 1. We're talking about the Beach Boys with the Beach Boys Today. I mean, I couldn't even get to side 2 of this record, and I was just wrecked emotionally. Just from this one goddamn song. That's how much this record touches me still to this day. I don't know what kind of sorcery these motherfuckers got down on tape, but holy shit, this album, to the point where nothing else, Beatles Who, basically, it couldn't even touch what this record was doing to me emotionally, and that ultimately is what matters the most, I think. So for me, nothing else is even close. Beach Boys Today, my number 1 for 1965.
Yes, very nice.
And scene.
Okay, all right. Well, that was Tommy's list, and all right. Well, I guess this is the point where we go into commercials.
Yes.
Traditionally, right?
Tradition.
Let's do it.
Tradition.
It's that top pop of the morning, Rice Krispies!
Wake up in the morning, there's a snap around the place. Wake up in the morning, there's a crackle in your face. Wake up in the morning, there's a pop that really says Rice Krispies to you, and you, and you. Pour on the milk and listen to the snap that says it's nice. Pour on the milk and listen to the crackle of that rice. Get up in the morning to the pop that says it's rice. Hear them talking Rice Krispies.
He's here! My mystery date!
Mystery date. Are you ready for your mystery date? Don't be late. It could be great. Open the door for your mystery date.
It's Mystery Date, the thrilling new Milton Bradley game of romance and mystery that's just for you. And you. And you. And you. Mystery Date. Will you be ready for swimming? Or a dance? When you open the door, will your mystery date be a dream? Or a dud?
Oh!
and surprises. That's Mystery Date. Remember, Milton Bradley makes the best games in the world. So, girls,
Open the door for your mystery date.
get Mystery Date.
Here we go.
Bring that video back. Bring that video back. Bring that audience
Bring
back.
that audience
Bring that
back.
audience
Bring it
back. All right. So,
Okay.
well, there are our top 10 lists of our favorite albums of 1965. But the fact of the matter is, even though it's 1965,
Oh, we have things to hate.
there's some crap, and we're about to discuss it.
Oh boy, howdy.
Yeah. And Crystal was the one who began, right?
Yep, that's me.
All right, so-
Well, I only have one crappy thing because there weren't any minstrel albums that I could find.
But there were probably some blackface albums, though. Maybe you didn't find
I looked really hard. I called the NAACP archives. I went down to the MLK museum. I couldn't find anything. So the only thing that I found was the Chipmunks Sing with Children.
Ooh.
Now,
yeah.
I actually listened to this
I'm sorry.
after seeing it at thrift stores over the years and like, morbid curiosity. Nah, I can't buy that piece of shit. But I listened to it. Man, oh man, Shevitz. So, you know how people hate kids? Like Paul knows, he hates kids. Tommy knows he hates kids.
We're three kids who hate kids.
Yeah,
well,
basically.
I don't hate kids. I
Oh, you don't? Okay.
because I'm
well.
a teacher and stuff. So
Yeah. These two children right here don't like
hate
children.
Yeah, I'm okay with kids because I can manage them. But this thing, honestly, like the Chipmunks well was so dry that they had to. What haven't we done that we could do that's going to make people buy these records? I know, sing with kids. So you got kids with these crazy shrill voices and it is like something that that they blasted over the Berlin Wall or something
It's a torture device.
to torture. It's a torture
torture.
device. It is a torture device, and I can't. That's the best I can do to articulate it. I can't tell you what the song's names were or anything because
Because it doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter. Yeah, and in the end, it was like, because I did listen to the entire thing, just like, let me take notes on what's really, really bad, and I just couldn't. It fried my brain so hard I couldn't even write anything down about it.
Well, that's the thing is those records, you can't really go in deep for details. It's just what's bad about it is on the surface.
All of it.
It's all right there. It's like blasting you in the face.
There's no hidden layers.
There's
no
no
complexity.
Nothing. Yeah, it's just, it's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's really awful. Yeah. Don't even let your morbid curiosity make you pick it up.
Yeah, don't even bother with it.
Don't bother. I took the hit for you, so just don't.
Take Crystal's word for that.
Yeah, trust me. That's all I could find.
Nicely done.
Okay.
It's bad.
Well, I have 3 worst of the years. This is. I guess. Okay, I guess I do have an official
An order.
number 1. But so first off, I have our favorite whipping boy, Pat Boone. Now, I'm not gonna be bringing up Pat Boone every single time. Every year he has an album. Take 2. Every single year when he has an album or 2, he gets on the list. No, that's not the case. If there's something that like stands out, like holy shit, really?
Just the real egregious shit.
Yeah, and this is one of them. Pat Boone sings winners of the Reader's Digest poll. There was a fucking Reader's Digest poll where people weighed in and they came up with about 35 of the best albums of all, or best songs of all time. Everybody's favorite songs. Stuff like, Misty and Moonlight Serenade and Tea for Two and all that kind of shit. Pat Boone goes, oh, well, I'll make an album. So he chose maybe 12 of these songs and made an album. And the front cover is a head and shoulder shot of him with a green background. The Reader's Digest logo. Pat Boone sings the Reader's Digest logo poll. It's just... like, are you laughing or are you crying?
I'm doing a
mixture of both.
A little both.
Because it's 1965, and I think we all have a pretty clear idea of who was reading Reader's Digest. like who their main audience was. So what songs would it be, obviously? And like, oh, Pat
seriously.
Boo's gonna, oh,
Well,
yeah.
obviously, Papa's got a brand new bag.
I mean, wow.
I Left My Heart in San Francisco is the hippest song on that record.
And I'm sure he sounds like absolute garbage.
You
Not
would be
even
right.
enough soul to be a good Tony Bennett. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, but anyway, beyond that, Gary Lewis and the Playboys. Everybody Loves a Clown. I cannot stand Gary Lewis and the Playboys.
Me neither.
Just, there are a couple songs that I like, kind of. I mean,
What
I
was their
actually do
biggest
kind of like
hit?
their version of This Diamond Ring. I kind of like that.
Oh, yeah, that's
But generally, Gary Lewis is really kind of stiff and soulless. Everybody loves a clown, but why don't you?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, Jesus Christ, Pat Boone has more soul than you have.
Aye.
But my number one, Freddie and the Dreamers with Do the Freddie.
There's a brand
Is
new
that the one
dance
where they have to, like, that thing?
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
I was introduced to that song by watching Troop Beverly Hills way too many times when I was a kid.
Oh my God, Troop Beverly Hills.
And she's doing the dances. They get the dance merit badge. And one of them is called They're Doing the Freddie.
Wow.
Goes to Freddie.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
do the Freddie.
That's desperation.
Anyway.
Wow.
Please save us from all that.
Freddie.
Oh, maybe you won't be able to do that.
Okay, well, no, I do have I have some dishonorable mentions. In spite of what I said at the top of the episode, Whipped Cream and Other Delights, Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass.
Oh, wow.
For just for the million copies that infect every thrift shop out there. And the Beach Boys Party. You want to talk about fucking debacle right there. That is a ramshackle mess of a record.
But but to be fair, I mean, I'm not gonna defend the record, but the whole reason that album exists is because Brian was hard at work on Pet Sounds and knew he needed time, and he just like shat that out to keep the record label at bay while he took time on Pet Sounds.
Oh no, I know why, but it just doesn't make it.
But it still sucks.
It doesn't make the record less shitty.
It still sucks ass.
But sorry, excuse me. My actual worst of the year. Oh boy, this is a mouthful. Alvin and Al's Blackface Minstrel Party. The Chipmunks featuring their new friend Al Jolson. I'm kidding. That's not a real.
Okay, I was like.
As soon as you said Al, I'm like, okay, nice try, Tommy.
Could you fucking imagine?
You actually had me for a second.
Yeah.
Alvin and Al's Blackface Minstrel Party featuring the Chipmunks and their new friend Al Jolson. You know, here's the thing.
Their new friend.
Tell me it's not totally outside of the realm of possibility for that record
It's
to fucking
not.
exist, though.
It's not.
With everything that we know.
Yeah.
No, my...
That's good.
It's my little present to all of you.
That's good.
My actual worst of the year is actually...
Wait, but now you know you have to go to Photoshop when you get home. Go to Photoshop and create the album
I need to
cover
make
for that,
it.
so we can put it up.
Yeah.
I don't know that I want to make that.
No, that's true.
I don't know that I should
and have
make
your.
that.
You're allowed to do it.
I still don't feel comfortable doing
I
that.
just gave you consecration.
Yeah, consecration.
I'll allow it.
Okay, so my actual worst of the year, though.
Al Sharpton?
No.
I'm just letting you know that Tommy's going to be doing this. It's going to be in the video. You're okay with it? You're cool? Okay. All right. Go ahead, Tommy.
You're good, Tommy.
I'll see what I can do. Okay.
Jesse Jackson? Yeah. Al called you? Yeah. No, it's cool. You're good with it? Okay. All right. Fine. Thanks. Okay. Go ahead, Tommy.
Oh my god.
Okay. So for your actual albums that actually exist.
An album actually exists. Crystal, you already beat me to the punch. The Chipmunks Sing with Children by the Chipmunks. I also listened to that whole pile of shit.
Oh god.
Awful.
So in my notes for this, I put one word ... supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Expialidocious.
That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know.
You know, I saw that record and I considered putting it on my list. I couldn't find anywhere where I could listen to it. I mean, you could go to YouTube and pull out individual tracks, but I'm like, I'm not putting that kind of work into listening to this.
That's what you sometimes have to do, unfortunately.
Some albums I'll do that, but that one I was not about to do it.
I was stuck on the subway. I had time. So that's why I listened to it.
All right. Well, anyway, so Let's have a little break.
Oh wait, hello? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad? Yeah. No, you know Tommy. Yeah. Okay. All right. Would you do me a favor and tell Malcolm? Okay. Thanks. Bye. Okay.
We need to hear from Billy D.
Oh, maybe. I don't know if he has my number. I gotta check.
Did you block him?
I think I blocked him.
Unfortunately, Harry left us recently, or we would certainly have to hear from him.
Definitely.
Oh my God.
All right. Well, all right. So we have a commercial, and we'll be back.
Hi, this is Dick Clark. What's new under the sun? A new daytime television show. Exciting locations and top recording stars. It's Where the Action Is. These are some of the places where young people go to have fun. You'll visit these spots and be entertained by today's top recording stars, because this is
Where the action is. Dance, dance, dance when you hear that beat. Dance, 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 get up off of your seat. Dance, 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 let your backbone slip. Let's go to the spot on the Sunset Strip.
Follow the show that's always on the go. Watch today's top entertainers perform Where the Action Is.
But don't sit at home just twiddling your thumbs. You can't resist the sound of the driving drum.
All right. So we're
okay.
back during that commercial break. We all just we got together and we solved racism. So
Yes.
now we're back.
Yeah.
We're back.
And
We're back.
and I'm sweating. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, so all right, thanks everybody for coming back yet again after 1964. We have things are really starting to ramp up now. The years are going to really start getting good. Mm-hmm. And anyway, I guess I should give you my spiel. Do you know the spiel?
You should
say
know
it with
the
me.
spiel.
Okay, thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. If you do subscribe,
Ding-a-ling-ling-ling.
Oh, no bell?
I left it at home. My bad.
click the little bell. And for notifications, and like and comment and all that kind of stuff. And
hello?
we will
Frederick Douglass? I'll be right back. I gotta take this out in the hall.
Okay. All right, well, we'll see you next year. We will see you next year when it's 1966. Come back next Thursday.
Bye.
Makes sense.
Okay, all right. Okay, how about no glasses?
How about no AC?
Because I want to fool people. They won't know I wear glasses if I don't have them on at the beginning.
Right.
Oh yeah, no AC, no glasses. Come on, people. Okay.
People.
3, 2. Well, all right.